Reloading. Hello. The stream is not offline. Or is it? It's coming online. Come on, come on, come on. Is there actually a save button here? There's actually two of that. Bang. Come on, you gotta work. You gotta start up. Come on. Come on. Where's the stream? There's gotta be a reason why this isn't working. My channel. Is this actually working or is it not working? It says it's working, but it doesn't say it's... Um... 1 hour ago, one view. Yeah, that's true, that one. Come on. Yes, it is working. Okay, so we are actually live. You're live. The internet can totally sue you now to stop using your encoder, do this, blah, 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 on the bee's knees. Well, I guess that's some good news. We've got the stream working right now. So, let's see. We want all that information. There we go. Welcome back, everyone. This is another stream. As I said earlier in my part 1 of this stream, hopefully it's not going to turn into part 3. Later on, when I come back to this, there's going to be a hell of a lot more information, and I'm just working on some stuff. And I thought, you know what? There is something that I'm trying to work out again, because I've done it before, but I couldn't remember what it was. And that's so that I can automatically get all this list of items, which are essentially in there automatically, like manually, but it's not working the functions that I'm using. So I thought it might be interesting to show that there is a level of research that goes into knowing what it is that you're looking for, knowing what it might have been, and if you have it, it's good to not delete it. And I sort of remembered where I used it. I went back and I found a similar function to what I was looking for, pulled that function out, and then I'm going looking for it to find something that does something very similar. What I'm looking for is something that essentially copies this list of items automatically and keeps updating. So as I keep increasing my key list, this list will update. This is certain this is reusable as a tool to catalog items for other really difficult cars. So it's like this isn't the only car that I'm potentially going to end up with, but it's not just cool to have, it's also cool to help you identify there are things that you don't have listed. So if we have a look in this chart right here, we see in J column there's 1, 2, 0, 1. This essentially tells us there is one water pump item in the list over here in the parts. There is 2 timing belt kits. There is 0 balance shaft belts. So if what I'm trying to do is get this right so that I can then make it automatically update. I'm also looking for a solution to which I can change the color to say this is critical. There is nothing here. But I also need some more data validation so then those numbers don't appear if there's no part number, order numbers. Because if there's an order number, we know we can probably get the item. If there's no order number, we probably can't get the item. Because I just realized before I was thinking, oh, I'll use the price, but then I realized the price isn't important. What's important is if there's an order number, because the price can change and vary, but the order number should remain the same, because they don't have time to keep constantly changing these numbers, and if they do, then someone's going to order this part in the future that has this part number, and they get something completely different. It's like, what? What is this? I didn't order this. I wanted this. This is the part number I've got for this item, and you're giving me this. So it seems like the stream's health is good, so I'm happy with that, I guess. It's not dropped any frames. It's got delay. It's using the CPU at 20 frames per second. I think 20 frames per second is decent if we want to make sure it retains good quality. Because it's not important seeing my face. We don't need a heavy stream in order to get the message across. What we need is visually to be able to snapshot all of the little bits of information, the text and stuff. Okay, now that's telling me the live stream is unhealthy. What have you dropped? I don't know. This is interesting. So what I'm going to do now is look into this function called transpose and see what I can do with it. So this is the transpose function, and what it does is essentially copies information from one section to another. I apologize for any screaming that may be in the background. It is out of my control what it does. So I'm looking for a similar function that pretty much does the same thing. It might do what I want to do. We'll see. But transpose was meant to take the column of items and go out like this, like bang, 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 bounce like that. So that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something similar. I don't think it's specifically that. There is, in my history, there's more stuff that I can look into. I think it's this one. So what I'll do here, just for the sake of it, where I got my function from was, where is it? In this section here. So blah. That's what it looks like. So if you can see, we have categories to luxuries, and I believe that's these ones here. And if I add another category called tests, it will transpose it over here. What did I do? There we go. It will transpose another one over here, depending on if I've given it permission to do it. If I go up to 9, maybe it will transpose? No. What have I done? Oh, that's because there's another one over here, maybe. No. 8 to 9. Bad reference. Array result was not expanded because it would overwrite data in L17. Okay, well, I get that. Let me try something else. So I'll go back to 8, leave it alone. And if I put it down here, it should go even further. There's test. If I push in another name, for example, there should be test, and then if I say, it should throw that name in over here if it's doing its job right. Actually, I'll go up to 12 to make sure it's automatically doing it. So there we go. It will go up to Michael Mechanical. If I go back and put in blah, I was waiting for it to automatically update because it normally would. It'd just throw blah in there. So that's transpose. There's transpose, and then there's another one which I can't remember what it was called. I learnt this stuff a while ago. I'm pretty sure there's another one in here. I have no idea where it is. That was someone who gave me information, helped me out. But this is all... Where's it getting this data from? This was an original version. I've iterated on this version since. Come on, where is it? There is another one here somewhere. Where are you? I have no idea where it is. There is another one in here somewhere. But this is iterated so much that there's a good chance there might be something missing anyway. Okay. That one doesn't look like it has it either. Okay, so it's not transpose, but I got close, I guess. Something's better than nothing. So, transpose. I'm gonna look for something with the transpose. I don't want the exact transpose. I want the opposite of transpose. It is. Well, actually, if we want to go back to the basics, what does it tell you that it actually was its use? G Suite tips. When copy and pasting, here's a tip to do the same thing. Google Spreadsheets. We don't want to transpose. We want It's called copy and pasting data, but I can't get what I want. Um, Spreadsheet functions. How about for functions? It's Google as well. Because if you go looking for it, it might be in a similar area, and you got to look for something. Transpose. Transposes the array into. Transposes the rows and columns of an array or a range of cells. I'm looking for another one. If I write pose, maybe it's the same sort of word, but it's not. If I'm lucky, no, no. New tab. How about I say copy? Copy. Not copyright, but it already said copy up there. What if I go back to transpose? Does it actually say it's rows and columns? So I'll have a similar. Unique. Sort. Filter. Transpose. No. Data. What is it called? I've done it before. I know it's a thing that exists. This is one of those things where I don't remember what it's called. I don't know what I'm looking for exactly. I know what it does. I just don't remember how it does it or what the functions are called when it copies and pastes. So essentially, can't be query. No. Would it be in that sheet or not? Is a question I've really got to ask myself. Or is it in another sheet? Because I know I've got it somewhere, but I have no idea where it is. I'm just trying some stuff out. Let's see. If I go change it to, because I'm pretty sure I was messing around with spreadsheets and I was like, oh, this could be interesting. What's this spreadsheet? That's that one that we're currently looking at. And this is pretty much over time. This archive was built. And I've never ever done this stuff before, really. Burn down plant lists, compression test, spreadsheet, PSI, DPS calculator, row command. I don't even think that I know what they are because I don't think they're mine. Some of this stuff is like someone shares it with you and then it's, associated with your account in a weird way. Oh, I hate being tired. Because I only slept till 5:20, my alarm went off. I'm pretty sure I know why. It's one of those things I was like, I want to get ready to work at Audi's because then I'll have a better job. Savings, copy of financial plan. What's in this financial plan document? Oh, this is very basic. So basic, it's disgusting because it doesn't do automation very well. Oh, I wonder what's in this document. I wonder even how I managed to get that. This is all these vehicles, phone numbers, document. I have no idea why I'd have my hands on this document. I don't even know why it's here. Stock list for a company that just recently closed down. I have a list of stock that they don't have because it's all recyclers now. So that's weird. Average that. Set list. Expenses period. Wage and pay. My income estimator, I think. This doesn't even look like mine. Wait. Is it? Two. I recognize this a little tiny bit. And then fortnightly expense. Oh my god. Is this really one of those? Oh my god, I remember this one now. This is old. That's disgusting. I've gotten way better at doing the spreadsheet and stuff. And I know you can't see because everything's on this monitor instead of on this monitor where my mouse is now. So I'm literally looking through my personal stuff, trying to find something that might and might not be there. Wait, that says that. I'm gonna have to do this, maximize a little bit. I found another one. Whether it's in this one or not, I have no idea. Budget. Because I know where I would have roughly used it. I remember it copied a column of data and like copy pasted, and then I didn't have to repeat myself. But in my early versions of this document, I sort of made it redundant, so I don't know which one it was in because it wasn't the one I was looking for. It's not transpose, it's the opposite of transpose. And this still looks too early because this stuff is weird. Like, some of this makes sense of what's here. Indirect. But there was a thing, equals what? I don't know what the thing is. Duplicate. How about spread, Google spreadsheet, copy, rows, and it's like an instantiation. It's like copy this instance of an object and paste it here. Copy rows within the same sheet. Okay, when you want to do this, copy data within a sheet in Smartsheet or between sheets. You can copy rows, cells, formulas, hyperlinks, and hierarchy. Use this copy paste method. I don't want to do it like that. Copy paste between Smartsheets and programs such as Microsoft Excel. That's not what I want to do. It's automatically, columns automatically. This might insert copy row, blah 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 blah. How to copy a formula down an entire column. What's this one about? You're not telling me what you're doing. Paste a formula. I want the formulas from another sheet. What is it called? Indirect. I'm trying to remember when I used it and if I can figure out where to use it. Google spreadsheet formula list. Rows and columns automatic as data changes. No, Google Sheets, copy, paste, formula. How about that? No, formula. Copy, paste, data, sheet using formula. Here we go. This one sounds like it. Equals to sheet 1A. Right. Is this two different? There's no way for me to understand if this is two different sheets or what. Sheet 1A, enter. Okay, so there's the date. Okay, I sort of think I know how I can get some data. How do I do this one? This was, maybe it was indirect. Indirect that to B. B2 to B. Just realized how bad it is to have two of the same items in the same thing. B2. Okay, parameter 1 is not a valid blah blah. If we go to key sheets B2, B, water pump is not a valid reference. Where's it getting its B2B from? It says invalid reference. If I go new, paste it there. What's that say? Let's see if I can figure out, because I'm pretty sure indirect sounds. Google Sheets. What does indirect actually do? It says something like sheet. Oh, so it goes sheet name like that. Sheet this B2B2B. Okay, what if I was to change this B2B? What if I go back to this? This says, that says, put that there, B2B, no, and then there's an and, B2B, bad reference. So indirect. Okay. Function indirect parameter 1 value is key sheet. This is not a valid cell range or reference. Oh my god. What? Hey, if I'm already up there, I can come down here, can't I? Mum is literally telling me about Audi being built in my local area, but there's already one getting built. Okay, so I'm just telling someone about another group. Okay, so I'm not sure what I'm doing wrong here. I can't even read if anyone's sent any messages or anything. Nope. Oh, nope. Nope. One was transpose. I don't know what I meant to be. Okay. That's not helpful anymore. Transpose isn't working. Indirect doesn't seem to do anything either. If I was to take that, do that, equals indirect sheet 2 to key sheet. Actually, that's incorrect. It's sheet like that. Bang. Says reference is it's not valid cell range or reference. Okay, so what if I was to do something similar but different? What if I was to go leave that there, sheet free, and change this to C1. Boom. Arrow 1 value is blah 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 is not a valid cell or range reference. What if I said equals A1 to A? It wants this stuff, and then it wants a function. Let's just try this. Nope. I don't know what the function is. This is just a waste of time trying to get this right. If I could get it right, I could automatically update all of this very easily. It'll just do it. And then this will all be correspondent on these, what this says, items. How do you get this stuff to actually work? Indirect Google Sheets. Because I've had it work before, but it doesn't want to work. But then it plays another video, and then, no, nope, not allowed to do that. I would love to play videos and watch them, but the audio would come through on your end, and I'd be copyright already for doing that. Even though it's not music, it just get you in trouble. Which is one of the reasons why you can't really do everything on camera, which kind of stinks. Construct formula. Google indirect. I don't know how to use it because it's not working as intended. Is this for values? Indirect a something. So it should actually work. A 111 equals indirect of whatever that is. That's A10. Cell range reference. What if I was to go here and go A10 to A11? It is very valid. I have no idea why this isn't working as intended. I'm going to close that, reopen it, see if it actually unbreaks itself. Because if it's broken, then that might explain why it's not working. Still not working. Cell reference as string, notation. Looks like I'm going to have to make a copy of this document to get the examples that work. $18 and not B18. So maybe it's this thing B18? No. How does it get the answer of John? John is B4. Oh, that's what it does. It takes the name of something plus this and then copies and pastes sort of in a weird way that way. Based on student info. That student info is the sheet. Okay. Okay. Let's try something else. What if I was to use this indirect again in a different format? So it was sort of right. I think it was right all along, but I don't think it wants to work. Oh, come on. Control C, Control V. This says it's invalid. But it doesn't realize A18. Is there a way to do it? Yep, that and the 17. That only gets the information out of another sheet. That's all that does based on that information. It doesn't do what I want it to do. However, now that I understand its key sheet, I can probably sort of make this work. Probably sort of meaning I have no idea. I'm gonna try this anyway. If it breaks, okay. So literally what they're showing for the only way it looks like it's gonna work is the sheet answer is in I4 and then there's the not symbol and B1 is what we want to pull data wise, I believe. F4 and so if I change this to I4, change this to equals, and then let it do something, it still says bad reference. Function indirect parameter 1. Value is key 96.99 key sheets, not 96.99. What is this 96.99 coming from? It doesn't make sense. Is not a valid cell, or maybe it was one of those settings that you had to change. Doc spreadsheet settings. Calculation and change. Off. We're not in the United States. We're in Australia. And up the top. Is it going to give us no. I don't know what the time is that I need to look for. I'm just going to leave it alone at that. That didn't fix it. 96.99. Is there a 96.99 in the key sheet? That doesn't make any sense where it got that from. $96. Oh, like I said, I've made a boo-boo. And the B18 is the cell we want for reference. So the cell we want for reference is B1 to B. I'll call it B2 to B. And if I change this to, I know what I've done wrong, J4. Okay, well if I do this, B2 in that sheet, in the key sheet, B2 is empty. If I change this to B3, timing belt kit, that's what we want, but we want, this is too small, it's not doing the range. How do I use it indirect to copy a range? Using indirect to copy a range. How to paste a range of cells solved. Okay. I want to paste in cells. Direct. Indirect. So if I change this to key sheet, it will still do the same thing. And if I say and B3, still go to B3. What if I said to B5? What if I said row? Like it says in this, must be a range. Time belt kit. Is there a way to get this to work as a range? That thing. And that end row. Shoot me some answers. Indirect D dollars 1 and not J and row. Whatever this and not J is. And what if I said B3 here? Same. And row. 4 to 4. Five to 5. It's 5 to 5 clutch. So I'm guessing on spreadsheet 3, no key. 5 is the clutch, no. What if I said 1 to 5? This is not working as intended. What if I said B? Category, items, and parts. So B is that. If I get rid of this end column thing. This is not working as intended, but it kind of works. I'm just going to sort of leave it at this. I think I can't go any further with this, not easily enough. That's not working. I'm just wondering. Because it's a bit of a pain in the ass to try and solve this stuff. So this is the items. And then this one, I'm trying to figure out what to call this one. I'll do this one as, I'll call it validation. Available. It equals Okay, in case the microphone's not working. The green represents the items we have definitely found. The red represents unfound items, meaning we haven't got a source for them, we can't get them. And the only way we're going to be able to get those items is to essentially have a source. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to insert to the right, make sure I have some items, because that's not important unless it's like, hang on, I can't find an item here. So this is going to be, I've got to apply a filter to this. And I know what the filter icon looks like if I can find it. Data, create a new filter. This is going to be, you know, air cleaner. How about that? Air filter, okay. Air filter. We want air filters to appear. Okay. This is so cool already. But it kind of ruins everything a little bit. Means there's information. We got this information here. That's what we want. Then there's the checklists, which looks a bit down on the size. I don't know how to control the scale of this sheet and make it so I can filter. Oh, maybe there's a filtering mode. Right. Air filter. So if I go here, clear, and I just want the filter, I can go OK, search. Okay. If I turn off this, if I select all, OK, everything goes back to normal. Okay, so we've now got ourselves the starts of what looks to be, let's see, let's call it a water pump. Oh shit! I'm sorry I'm swearing a little bit, but this is sweet. This is what we need. We need this to make it easier to find the parts. In fact, I need to take this to my dad and show him. This is what a catalog looks like, and let me teach him something that he doesn't even know, because it's very useful as a tool that most people don't have necessarily. So I'm gonna share something cool with my dad because he doesn't know what he's missing out on. And I think for now, this wasn't really a looking at stuff. I think more or less this as a chart looks good. There is about $3,500 worth in parts just for one-time purchases right here. I couldn't afford all those parts, but I don't need all those parts. They're just multiple parts that you could buy if you need any one of them. If you bought every one of them, you'd have a small supply of parts for a single car. But you don't need all those parts. They're already made in someone else's warehouse or something. I'm going to end the video here for now, I reckon. Or maybe just completely until I'm actually doing something. Thank you all for watching. It's been my pleasure to show what work goes into building a catalog of items and showing some items. Now, I'm pretty sure the only information I should really do right now, because I've done a terrible job of it, is why do we need this items list here in this sheet? I mean, we've got the key sheet with all this stuff, but why do we need this one? The reason we need this one, and we need it to be automated, so when we update the key sheet, all this information will constantly update this one. And then these numbers here alongside will appear next to a new word, so it's like blah, and then you'll have like a formula paste here, and it'll be a new one. And if we have that item already suggestively, if it's in this list here, it will come up as green. We can purchase this item if we need it. But if it's red, it means we have to go and find something to put in its place. And say, for example, something goes off the market and we go to buy it. Well, then we have to essentially wipe it and say it doesn't exist anymore to be safe. Although, if it's not necessarily on the market, say, for example, it's unlisted for now, we could work on saying, it's possible we could get it in, but at the moment they don't have any stock. We can't order in at the moment. We gotta wait and see until a certain date. We could put in an extra little column in here with just details, and then say in there, item unavailable as of this date. Call up on this date to verify if they are getting supplies or not. Like, call them back if they say, no, we're not dealing with this company anymore. These parts numbers are worthless to you. Then we delete them in that case and scenario. But if they're cross-platform compatible to other stores, we could use them on other stores. It's like one of those really weird loopholes which is gonna break our backs. So the reason I need this list right here of items is so then that anyone that I sell this car to one day, if I do, I can give them this list of items and say this is where you can, find the items if you need parts for your car. There's this chart that I've made specifically for this scenario, and these are all the items you can get. These are all the ones you're going to have to look for, and if you want them easily, lemon squeezy, take these part numbers, take this whole list, and use it to go get your parts you need. Use it to go to the engine reconditioners to get your gasket, manifolds, whatever, if you have any problems with your vehicle. I'll be pretty much like, I don't think you'll have any problems with your vehicle, but if you need something for your vehicle, here's the list. The red means it's bad, the green means it's good. And that's what I'm going to leave it at. Thank you for watching. I hope that was not useless information, and I will see you in another video sometime.